Modern American Christianity inhibits your ability to think critically. There are two ways that it does this. The first is how you are taught to find evidence and to draw conclusions. So in the scientific method, I'm a scientist by trade, a physiologist. You are taught that if you want to find information and a fact, you collect evidence, you analyze the evidence, and then you draw a conclusion. When we think about how modern American Christianity works, it's kind of the opposite. Often you walk into your faith with a few core beliefs, things like God is good, Jesus died for my sins, I have to accept Jesus into my heart to go to heaven. And then if we assert that the Bible is how we find information about God, how we find information about our faith, when you go into the Bible to find more information about your faith and God, if you find something that is contradictory to those core beliefs, instead of adapting those beliefs to new information, we're actually taught to just throw out that contradictory evidence. I remember being in a Bible study and reading a passage where God does something that seems really cruel. And what the conclusion we came to was like, well, I know that seems cruel, but we know God is good, so we must just not understand. And so that's basically the definition of confirmation bias. And so that's really impairing your ability to think critically. And the second way that modern American Christianity inhibits critical thought is that it is often framed as a moral failing. If you ask tough questions, if you express having doubts, rather than being encouraged to find evidence, typically people who do those things are maybe told stories of heroes of the faith who are so much more faithful than you're being, are told that we're asking too many questions, or basically told that you just aren't strong enough in your faith. And if you were a stronger Christian, you wouldn't have these doubts. And so by not allowing those questions to be asked, and especially by associating them with moral failing, it's really inhibiting critical thought.